Today we're going to be discussing what happens when a family cannot agree on the distribution of funds from a wrongful death lawsuit. My name is Barry Doyle. I'm a lawyer in Chicago, practicing nursing home abuse and neglect work throughout the state of Illinois. I'm also the author of Built to Fail, a free report available for download from my website, which spells out how the nursing home business model inevitably produces unnecessary injuries and deaths for nursing home residents. The preferred outcome after a wrongful death case is settled is that all of the surviving next of kin are able to agree on how the proceeds from the settlement are going to be divided up amongst them. It doesn't necessarily have to be divided up equally, but the preferred outcome would be that the family is able to agree and everyone is able to sign off on a particular distribution, whether it's in equal shares or not. However, there are some families that simply aren't able to reach that kind of agreement. If that happens, then ultimately we have to turn to the courts to determine what the distribution of the proceeds should be. There are two basic steps. One step would be the allocation of the money between the survival and wrongful death parts of the case. That's an important allocation because the survival claim is for the damages that the deceased person sustained before they passed away. Because it is related to the damages sustained before death, it's considered an asset of the estate, and any money that's allocated to the survival portion of the claim would then get distributed in accordance with the terms of the person's will, or in accordance with the statute of intestate, descendant, and distribution, which is a portion of the Probate Act which determines how the assets of the deceased person are distributed when there's no will. After there's the allocation between the wrongful death and survival portions of the case, then the court must make a determination as to how the money is going to be divided up within the wrongful death portion of the case. The wrongful death portion of the case compensates the surviving next of kin for the losses that they sustained as a result of the person's passing. Now, the very nature of family relationships tend to be that not everyone has the exact same relationship with the deceased person, and in that case there may be grounds for a division which is not equal amongst the various family members, and the court will have to take evidence to determine just how close a relationship the person had with the deceased person, whether they were dependent upon them for any kind of economic support, and as to the nature of the grief that they experienced as a result of the person's passing. These are things that are very fact intensive and can lead to the actual conduct of an evidentiary hearing where the court hears testimony on that and makes its determination. But those are the determinations that have to be made by the court if the family is unable to agree on a distribution. The first step would be to make a division between the wrongful death and survival portions of the claim, and then as the money that's allocated to the wrongful death portion of the claim, the amount that each of the surviving next of kin would receive out of that portion that's allocated to the wrongful death part of the case. Hope you found this interesting. If you have any questions regarding this or any other nursing home abuse and neglect issue, please feel free to reach out to us. Our number is 312-263-1080, or we can be reached on the internet at www.accidentlawillinois.com. Thank you for watching.